do you enjoy about pickleball?
So I don't know. I think at the beginning it was nice to be able to be automatically okay at something because I had a racket sport background. But it'd be different to tennis because I've played tennis for so long, and it was not boring, but it wasn't as fun, I guess.
Did you lose the fun, or the fun come out of it, or?
I think, yeah, probably. And also, I'm not as good as I was before. So whenever I do play matches, I'm just like, I'm rubbish. Because I used to train all the time, and I haven't experienced this in pickleball, but in tennis, the less you play, the worse you are, and you do get worse. Whereas if I go away a week or two without playing pickleball, I'm kind of the same as I was before.
That's strange, funny you say that, because that's exactly what Freddie said. He said, because I said, with your injury, and he goes, yeah, but he said, I only play 2 hours a week. So he said, I'm not missing it as much, but it doesn't affect me as much, because it's like once you pick it up, you go back in.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
talking to Ben yesterday as well, though, what it makes the difference between the top, the bigger, better players, and he says it's drilling and drilling and drilling and drilling and practicing those same old shots.
Yeah, I think there'll be a point to get better. It will take that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, if I can improve by also just having fun, then that's good as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think I like the tactics very different. I think doubles wise, I can see the game, but you also have to be able to execute it.
Yeah.
In tennis, I think I was always a bit stupid with what I did. Like I wasn't very as good tactically. Whereas in pickleball, I feel like I am a little bit better, and I know what I need to do, and then it's just being able to execute it. And I think that's quite good, because when you can pull something off because you tried to do something that then worked, like your opponent didn't see it coming, I think it's quite satisfying. But
So are you in the Rob camp of planning 9 shots ahead?
no, maybe one at the moment, but we'll see.
See, Rob, no one plans 9 shots ahead.
9 shots.
Not even the pros.
I mean, I hope that I've won the point by 9 shots, so maybe that's the plan. But
And what would be your style?
probably it's got to be aggressive, I think.
Are you?
Yeah, I like even in singles, I like to come in. I think that's the best tactic. You've just got to, in singles, if you get into a scrap at the back, I feel like it's just a bit random and anything can happen. Whereas if you try and get in, and in doubles, I like to play on the left because I like forehand in the middle.
So So I asked one of the guests. I said, what piece of advice would you give someone playing singles? And they said, aggressive and win the point as quickly as possible. Who do you think said that?
Louis.
Exactly.
I think I've heard him say that before. Yeah. It's true. I think
keep it as short as possible with the points.
Yeah. It's tricky when you've lost a couple of points in a row to stick to that tactic, though, because in your head, the last thing you want to do is put yourself vulnerable at the net, but that's exactly what you need to do. Like, still, like, you don't want to...
Do people play baseline pickleball in singles?
Maybe girls more than guys, I think. Yeah. But I try not to. I think you've got to be clever with when you come in, but I think the best thing to do is to come in.
Because, I mean, obviously in tennis, you've got the different surfaces, when it obviously baseline and serve and volley and all of that makes massive difference on what sort of surface you're playing, isn't it? Whereas can't play pickleball on clay, can you?
No, I don't think that would work.
It'd be really interesting though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you never know.
never know.
Never know what might happen. Not grass though, that wouldn't work.
So what's the plan with pickleball then? What's the dream?
I don't know. Early days, so just keep doing what I'm doing, I think.
After anybody's crown?
Not
Daria.
sure. I don't know.
Daria.
No, try and beat whoever's on the other side of the net as best I can. But just I really enjoyed the travel's fun. So doing more trips will be fun, because you also
like having to travel to play.
You do, yeah. It seems like that, but almost because you're guaranteed to play on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if you enter all 3 categories.
Yeah. It's
not like if you lose on Friday, you have nothing to do for the weekend.
No.
So that's what's quite good about it, I think. But also, I don't mind.
You couldn't do that in tennis, could you really?
No, if you lose on Monday, you're out for the week.
Unless you were in a doubles.
Yeah, doubles, then that usually starts on Wednesday. And again, if you lose, you're out. So it's not as, it's not as good in that respect. But yeah, no, I think, the travel's fun. Obviously, it costs money, but being able to pick and choose. What
sponsors are for? Ed?
Hint, hint.
Do they have a big bus?
Maybe. But yeah, like you can pick and choose where you go. So if if I wanted to go to Madrid, I could tie it in with, a tournament.
Well, that's a sensible way of doing it, isn't it? Because it's the French Masters or French Open coming up? Is it? Or is there one this weekend? Next weekend?
They're in Paris this weekend.
Is it this weekend? You're not going.
Not there. I'm going to Rota in Spain next weekend. Yeah.
Is that just a tournament?
That's a tournament. It's the Revolution Cup. Everyone raves about it. I'm not really sure about it yet, but apparently it's quite a big one, and a lot of players have done it last year and things like that. So I still don't know. But
and you're going, individually, or is it a team event?
So I think there's a team event on the Thursday, but I'm not playing that. So I'm just playing singles on the Friday, women's doubles Saturday, mixed doubles.
And have you got a regular doubles partner?
So I played quite a bit with Millie in women's.
Right.
We started at a similar time.
Not Molly, Millie.
Millie, yeah.
Okay.
So she's fairly new as well. So I've played with her a couple times. But I guess her for women's at the moment. Mixed, I played with a few different people. I played with Tom Caulfield quite a few times.
Heard his name mentioned.
But in the last tournament I went to, I didn't have a partner, so I got paired up with someone, and then that's the same with this weekend.
That can be quite tricky, can't it?
Yeah, it can. But I think I've been quite lucky with who I've been paired up with, so the guys are pretty good. So
you're pretty calm when things go wrong and your partner's letting you down, you know.
I think the worst thing to do is act annoyed. So you've got to put on a good face. But I think I'm used to that from playing doubles before. So, and plus, you can't do anything about the last point, so you might as well just move on and be positive about it. Yeah.
Next point, move on. Isn't
exactly.
It's like any though, isn't it? If you get down on something, you mentally you lose your focus, and it's gone. It's history.
Exactly,
you can't do anything about it.
So, there's no point dwelling.
Well, so from a sort of a sport growth, I mean, I know, is it Molly held? Was it the Femme tournament?
Yeah, she started doing quite a lot of that.
Well, that for women, because I'm assuming there's not enough women playing the sport.
Yeah, then I think that's
compared
a general
to the number
with,
of men
with
at the moment.
Sport in general, isn't it? And I know there's a lot more guys in terms of girls. It's actually quite difficult for the guys then to find mixed partners, because obviously
there's not
enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's always that thing about girls being comfortable going to starting new sports and things like that. So what she's doing is really good. And as much as coming from a sport background, I didn't really bat an eyelid in terms of going to new clubs and things like that.
Yeah.
But I could imagine it being quite hard for a lot of people that haven't done it before. So to be able to start off a sport where it's a bit more comfortable to go to is really good.
And from what I've seen, even I saw Thadia playing against James, you know.
Yeah.
The men are stronger, obviously naturally, but physically or whatever. But pickleball can sort of even that out a little bit.
Doubles, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So
you could, literally, you could have four completely, different genders, ages on court, and you still have a really good game.
And age doesn't seem to matter. I got whipped by a 74-year-old at the weekend, so
yeah, exactly. There you go.
So it's I mean that's what's so lovely about the sport, because you can keep on playing it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you like to see happen in the UK with pickleball?
More players playing, obviously, more maybe some specific venues for pickleball, so that we're not playing on
more leagues,
badminton courts. I was about to get to tournaments. So maybe just more higher level tournaments like they have in Europe and Spain and things, just more here, so we don't have to travel as much.
Yeah.
The more competition, because I think, but then with that we need more better players here, because obviously there'll be some that travel from Europe and things, but the more there are in this country, the better we'll all get together. So
could you ever see a situation where with all the sort of different clubs that we have in the UK, sort of putting teams together? I mean, we do the SCPL at the moment, which is a nice friendly sort of competition, but there is this sort of, I don't like the football, like a Premier League, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3.
PPL, isn't it? But
that is a start. And the SCPL, I don't know if have you been, do you know the SCPL?
No.
The South East Pickleball League as well, which is
the
David Lloyd Centres. Yeah. So where we as clubs put teams together, Andre and Lou sort of run that.
Yeah. So I played a bit of London Pickleball with Lou. So that's quite close to where I live.
Lou Stevens.
Yeah.
There's a lady. Going to get her on here soon, Lou.
Yeah.
But you don't argue with Lou. She's ex-police, you know that.
Yeah.
No, but Lou's great. And can you see that happening? Because I mean, the PPL obviously after one season, and now you suddenly got three elements of it now.
Definitely. I think there'll come a point at the moment, I think PPL is good because it probably caters for the majority of players that want to compete.
Yeah.
Whereas it will get to a point where there's a lot of people that are left out of it, maybe because there's so many players. So then we'll need more leagues and things like that outside of PPL. But then you never know; it could become even more divisions. Yeah, exactly.
And then, then you have
so I think the more
definitely
competition, the better. Just because I think that's probably where you improve the most, and everyone loves it. Just like you don't want to just be drilling; that's not fun.
But apparently it's the only way you get better.
Yeah, I think also...
Or more consistent, because I think pickleball is about consistency, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But for me, like, playing rec games, I'm, like, good, but I really switch it on when I play, if it's competitive. I don't know, you care more, don't you? So I think...
Oh, yeah. Well, if you've got something to play for.
Yeah, just like, if you can raise your level in competition, and the more you get to play competitive games, the more comfortable you'll be doing it, and the better you'll get. So,
I mean, would you class yourself as a pro or semi-pro or?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't really know what
I mean, in the tournaments you play in,
what's defined as.
I
guess I play in the pro category.
Is there money to be won
I've
all the tournaments you play?
Yeah, my first one I won €62.
62 euros? Did that cover your entry fee?
No.
How does that work then? Oh, you didn't win it then?
No, I didn't win.
I was going to say, if you can't cover your entry fee, that's 62 euros.
Yeah, I think if I'd won, so there's a bit of money in it. But I need to win to get the big bucks. But
that's what I was chatting to Ben yesterday, because obviously he's number one in the world for rackets.
Yeah.
And that's how he earns his money. And now his season's off. But that's a lot of pressure to be fit, healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you've got to go and compete. And then you've got to get yourselves traveling and pay for all of that.
Yeah, you got to pay
without
for it.
no guarantee.
Which adds pressure as well.
And no guarantee you're winning. And also, adds pressure. And what does pressure do? It tends to tighten people sometimes as well.
Often it's luck of the draw as well, who you get. You might get the hardest player.
The draw's not seeded then, are they?
They are, but I think the seeding's a bit tricky where, for example, I'd never played a tournament before, so I wasn't obviously seeded in the first few I played, but I was probably better than some of them that had played before, so were seeded higher, but just because they had played, you know what I mean? So I think, and Duper's good, obviously, but I don't know if all tournaments use that.
Because you haven't been playing long, so your Duper racing must be quite out there.
I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's singles is higher. It's like maybe 4.7 or something like that. I don't know, but not every tournament puts the results on there either, which is a bit annoying.
No, so that's something that's got to happen, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does. Because like I think the tournament I played last week and I got some quite good wins, but I don't think they go on there, which is a bit annoying.
No, and that's why I met James at the weekend, because I've been chatting to him and get him on here. Saying congratulations on reaching the 6. But I said, it's all downhill now, because he's got no one.
Oh, true.
So the only way he can maintain or get better is to play internationally.
Yeah.
So everyone he plays. So
he can't lose to anyone.
No, exactly. So Freddie, James, I'm sorry, Freddie, Louis, and all those guys, and Ben. You play if they can beat, their rating can go up, but his rating will come down. So
theirs needs to go up to a 6 as well, and then maybe I don't know. But that's tricky.
So
at least mine, I think I can probably improve mine just by staying here. So,
well, exactly that. But I mean, it'd be great if we could do more of those. But I suppose it's still in its infancy, isn't it? Because I mean, I don't know if you've seen this, because I mean, I got this off Pickleball England website, but the game 2023 was.
Yeah, it's really not been very long.
It's not been very long, obviously, in the UK, but 1965. A long time ago.
Yeah.
Someone thought of that game, but it is a great. I don't know. I just fell in love with it. I mean, I've been playing about a year longer than you, sort of October. So
I feel like no one's been playing that long. It seems.
No.
Like even a couple of years is not very long.
No, I think maximum is like 5. I think Freddie's been playing 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. So
all sort of maybe now it's going to become a sort of a graveyard for failed tennis players.
No,
or not failed. Well, no, those. But there's
we're just choosing a better sport now.
Perfect answer. I like that. You're better sport. Careful now, because the LTO. What do you mean better sport?
I don't know.
I just think it's got so much. It's got so much legs on it, hasn't it? And also it's not as offensive on your body, is it?
You say that, but maybe I'm older now. But definitely sore after playing a day of singles. But no, it's not as.
I suppose from a racket, because you're not.
Yeah, it's not. To be honest, in tennis, you probably play one match a day, maybe 2 if you're playing doubles as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty, I think the thing is, I know pickle is the same, but it's like never ending because you just have no idea how long you're going to be on court for.
Yeah.
It could be 45 minutes or it could be 3 hours. I don't think you'll get a pickable game that's going to be 3 hours.
That's a long game, 3 hours.
Yeah, it's very
45 minutes is long as well, isn't it?
I'm not sure I've ever reached 3, but definitely 2:45 at least in a tennis match. But
yeah. Oh, what? Yeah,
probably
2 hours 45.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's why I think never people truly appreciate when you Djokovic, Murray, like 4 hours and a 5-setter and 5 hours. It's a bloody long time, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a long time to be at your peak as well.
Yeah, exactly. You can't drop when you're playing at that level.
Keeping your mental and your physical and your all that nutrition and
exactly
stuff. Talking of that, so what do you do? What's your sort of training regime and sort of health regime?
Yeah, so
you have one?
Yeah, I'm pretty into my fitness. My sister's actually a PT,
right?
But we like to train together. It's like fun, and she teaches a lot of studios in London, so I sometimes go along and do classes. But I think since uni, I think I've just got in that regime of going to the gym and doing like strength and conditioning. And then when you stop playing, like when I stopped playing tennis competitively, it's like, oh, I'm not going to the gym for tennis anymore. What do I do here? But I go to the gym probably 3-4 days a week. I usually go before work, and then I quite like to run as well. I enjoy that more in the summer. Winter's a bit boring, but
fair weather runner.
Yeah, no, I don't mind in the rain if I'm in the right mentality and I haven't just washed my hair. But if I have, then I'd rather not. So yeah, I run, go to the gym, do classes, play tennis, pickleball. So I think my favourite fitness is obviously through sport.
Right.
But I enjoy doing classes and things like that. Yeah, I just love it all. I do. Like I get my steps in. I'm a bit
nutrition?
weird like that. Yeah. So
You keen on that?
Yeah, I know quite a lot about it. So I obviously did sports science at uni.
Yeah.
But I listen to a lot of podcasts about nutrition and things just because I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
So I know quite a lot about it. I know like how to fuel and when to have what, and I don't know, on your training days you want to have more carbs, and then your rest days maybe less carbs, more fats and things like that. So as a general, so yeah, I'm quite into all that. I eat well most of the time, but obviously you got to have your treats.
Of course, you got to have everything, but it's important to have the right fuel, isn't it?
It is. I think on a day where you're playing all day, it's quite tricky because you sort of need little bits of fuel often, but it's never meals.
You need to graze,
yeah. So like, if it's on like a tournament day and you're playing, I don't know, however many games, with pickleball as well, it's very stop-start, isn't it? Yeah. So you're playing one game and then you come off and you don't really know how long you've got, so you have a quick little bite of something. So it's just constantly doing that. But I think that's fine on those days, isn't it? And then you refuel afterwards.
You've got no excuse really being a sports science.
No, got no excuse.
Undergraduate, sorry, degree in that.
Yeah.
Well, my son's got the same degree, I think, and he asked questions. I think you should know. You're a sports scientist.
I think you don't learn everything from your degree, though. I think you need.
Well, life is like that. It's not until you actually go out there, isn't it?
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot, haven't we? You've said something about governance. You sponsor yourself.
Sponsor myself, yeah.
So where's Katie going to be in 5 years?
Oh, I don't know. Hopefully still playing pickleball. It's a good question. Hopefully I've moved out by then.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't do because of COVID, which I've always wanted to do, is travel.
Right.
So
could you not do a pickleball tour?
Yeah.
And that as part of your travels?
Yeah, could do.
They get heads
to
sponsor you.
I wonder how many tournaments are in Thailand and.
Well, there was one in India.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I know when I had Thaddy on, she was, because we had difficulties getting some timings together, but she went to India, she played in something there. Then she went on to Taiwan or Taipei or Thailand. Then she went to Australia.
I want to go to Australia as well.
So I think you could sort of do a little sort of hopping around the world to some tournaments.
That's the good thing about it. You can tie it all in.
Yeah. And in the US, can you just turn up and play in some leagues there?
No.
As an individual, it's like a wild card. Look, there's a tournament in Texas or something. And go,
I just think you can't stay there for too long, but I don't really know how it all works. The US is complicated, isn't it? But yeah, maybe I'll tie it all in.
Head must have connections around the world.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe you should pitch that one.
Yeah, I will.
You're promoting the company.
Yeah.
You're promoting the sport of pickleball.
Exactly. And they'll be like, yeah, but we've already got US pros. And I'll be like, fair enough.
Yeah, but we want to bring the sport to the UK.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, bit of travel. I don't know. See where we go.
Why not? Got to do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you cannot do in life. Heroes and mentors, any?
It's a great question, which I haven't prepared an answer to. What's been said before?
I haven't asked the question much.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, no, I mean, you look at sort of sports, sometimes you look at people,
I think, like we were talking about before, just the women's football team, like the Lionesses, is quite inspirational.
Do you think if you were younger and the Lionesses, it could have
I'd
inspired?
be 100%.
You would have got out and kicked a football in the garden,
definitely.
and even dragged your brother out and said, "Come on."
He used to drag me out,
yeah,
and would give me a tenner if I could even touch the ball, but I never did because he was so much.
Was he
better.
good?
Yeah, he was good. He got told he was going to be too small though, but he was really good at football and tennis, and then chose tennis.
You good at tennis?
Yeah, he was good. I think he was top 5 in under 18s in the country.
Wow, that is
and then
good.
Got injured at uni, so stopped playing.
Where did he go?
Loughborough as well.
Not
But
at the same time.
No, well, we would have overlapped for a year, but he said I'm not allowed to go, so I took a gap year.
He said you weren't that. Oh, he didn't want his sister to overshadow
But I didn't
him.
really want to be known as his sister either, so it worked out well for both of us.
It's a big uni,
It
isn't it?
is, but we both play tennis, so it.
Oh, okay. So it would have been a small world.
Yeah, it would have been.
Well, and he was worried that you were going to whip him.
Yeah, probably. Show him up, but yeah, no. So he left, and then I joined the following year. So.
And is he still competing anything sports-wise?
Plays a lot of golf now.
Oh, that's the old default, isn't it?
The failed tennis players either go to golf.
The footballers, everyone's now playing golf, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm good at mini golf, but
yeah.
not actual golf.
Well, Louis is a scratch golfer.
Yeah.
And his brother's
crazy.
a professional golfer.
Yeah, I probably would miss the ball.
But then it's in you, isn't it? And do you still coach?
I hit with a girl a couple times a week sometimes, but it's more like hitting with drills and things like that. I coached over summer between my undergrad and masters, and then realised I didn't think I wanted to coach, which is sort of why I did a masters. I like it, but I think it sort of made me not enjoy playing anymore.
Right.
So I think it was just a bit too much tennis. So I've always got it to fall back on. Like I've done my level 2 and.
In tennis?
Yeah, in tennis.
What about pickleball?
Oh, sorry. Was that
No.
what you meant?
No, I mean, I know you were a tennis coach, but
I feel like I don't know enough myself yet to be... I actually played with my dad the other day because he started playing. So
does he like it?
Some tips. Yeah, he really likes it.
So he must be of a similar age.
Yeah, probably.
Moi?
Yeah, I don't know.
Up there.
Yeah.
Above 40, maybe above 50, below 60.
Yeah.
In that genre.
In that.
Mr. Morris. Does he like it?
Yeah, he really likes it. And so I felt like I could give him some tips, but I'm not sure I'd feel like when you don't feel like you've been playing long enough to be able to tell other people how to play.
Yeah, but you could always use the old, I was told this is the better way of doing it.
Yeah.
Dad.
I try, but most of the people I play with are probably better than me anyway. So
well, I know you're not doing too bad, are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
So what's the sort of local pickleball club to Epsom? Is there one?
London Pickleball is pretty... So I live in Ewell, actually. It's not quite Epsom, but
London... We just call it Epsom.
Because no one knows where Ewell is.
It's Ewell and Epsom Council.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Well, Epsom and Ewell
Everyone knows
Council.
Epsom because of the derby, so I go with that.
Right.
So yeah, London's about a 10-minute drive for me, so that's probably the closest.
Okay.
But I just play with different people in different places.
Because that's up at the school there, isn't it?
Yeah, in Worcester Park.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so...
We had a competition against them. Fleet Aces versus London Pickleball for a Challenge Cup. Mm-hmm. And we won.
Oh, nice.
And we are still the holders of it. And I think it's got to be reorganised. But that was really good. No, Lou did another one because she does the Rally 21.
Yeah.
Which is doing really well.
Yeah.
So, so Dad, get Dad playing more.
Yeah. I play...
Get him to get himself into the draft.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what it is, and nobody would know who he is. So, although they'd see his surname and think... He must be good.
Yeah.
No, but I play sometimes with do you know Ed and Emily?
Ed Hales.
Yeah.
And Emily Jelly.
Yeah.
Well, I met them on Sunday because I didn't realise I've now got a partner to play in the gender doubles in the Open.
Yeah.
A guy called Paul Haygreen. Mm-hmm. And Paul was going out with Miss Jelly's mum.
Oh, nice.
And the baby was there.
Yep.
The Eveline Trophy.
Yes,
calls after
That's
her.
really
So I'm trying to get Ed on, and I originally spoke to Ed, and he said it was difficult because he just had the baby.
Yeah.
So it's great. So I did meet him very briefly. So it'd be nice. So you play with?
Yeah. So they're quite good. They've got some
she?
courts. Yeah. They've got some courts near them that they can just hire individually, which is actually quite difficult to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, a group of us play every now and again there. Sometimes all
Where
girls.
up your way? Up sort of London?
No, it's near them, so it's not that close, but still, it's probably about an hour drive at rush hour, but quicker on the way home. But yeah, it's nearer them, so it's like we play for about 2 hours, so it's worth going, and then it's always a good level. So.
That's the thing, isn't it?
And you get to catch up with everyone, so it's nice.
That's the thing, you have to really work it going to play pickleball.
Yeah, I'm quite lucky where I live. A lot of people have to travel further to play, so can't complain.
How long did it take you to get down here?
About an hour.
Yeah, so you know, we got a club down here. There's one in Aldershot.
Yeah.
I think there's Runnymede. It's not a million miles away, but I think Runnymede play most of the time during the week, weekdays, because there is a fairly aging demographic that play pickleball at the moment.
Yeah, it's changing.
It is changing. And that's what's great, because that's what get youngsters involved at schools. This is what
I'm telling all my tennis friends as well to play, but it's just actually rallying the troops together to actually play. But I think they'd all be keen they're all interested to play. Yeah. So when the weather's a bit better, we can play outside. I think that would help. So
we should get a tournament together. Get something.
Yeah.
Well, that's the drink of choice for pickleball.
Yeah.
Oh well, this has been great. So what would you say your greatest achievement so far is
in pickleball?
Pickleball, sport, life.
Oh god, that's a big question. In sport was probably winning the National League in tennis. So I can't remember if I was captain of the first team that year, but we won the league that year, which was quite hard to do.
Like uni?
Yeah, at uni. So that, I think I played well at uni, so there was a lot of good things at uni.
Sorry, but is that because you were in that sporting environment? Do you think that really helped your game in there?
It did. I was lucky the year I joined, there was a massive intake of really good players. And it was almost like our third team could have been the first team. There was a lot of depth. Yeah. So there was really good training. And you're just training with good players every day.
Lots of drilling.
Lots of drill. Yeah, and tennis is all drills. All running drills, basket drills. We had strength and conditioning coach, like with tailored programs. We had physio. It was very like high performance. So,
but isn't that a joy to be in a sport that you enjoy?
So good.
And then you've got all of those
to help you succeed.
Resources around you. I remember, I think, when England won the Rugby World Cup, and I was told that the Clive Woodward had, your job was just to play rugby. You didn't have to think about it. Everything was covered for you.
Yeah.
Whether you had a bag with 3 pairs of trousers, shirts, shorts, whatever. If you needed car parking, everything. So your mind was just purely on the sport.
That's where you can really focus on it, yeah.
And then someone says, you can go to them and say, oh, I'm not very good at, I don't know, are you good at cooking? But, is it... What can I do to help? And, what things can I put together? Give me some recipes, all that. Did that really?
Yeah, definitely. Just everything is given to you and for you to be able to be the best you can be. So that was good. And you could sort of go to as many or as little training sessions as you wanted, but I always missed lectures to go to more. So, it was good.
Because we obviously in pickleball at this level now, I suppose it's all self-motivation.
Yeah.
There aren't coaches yet.
Yeah,
I don't know whether I don't know if Thaddeus has got a coach, but I mean she's the only full-time professional.
Does. Yeah.
So she's coaching herself. That doesn't seem to happen yet.
Not yet. No. I think it would take a bit of time for that to happen, but because also you don't want. Well, actually, you can have a coach that's not as good as you coaching you, I guess. But yeah, I think
maybe they just be called a motivator.
Yeah, maybe cheerleader on the side.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is all self-motivated.
Parent, though, isn't it? Isn't that just a parent, isn't it?
But I think because it's fun, it doesn't take that much. Do you know what I mean? It's
But when the stakes get higher and the competition gets higher, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's tough to compete with other countries where there's players playing 5 hours a day. That's where it's a bit like, well, don't have a chance. But
we as in the UK did pretty well in the US, didn't they? And I think the Americans and even
true. It just shows you that they did trip.
What was the cup that we just played for? Like the Ryder Cup.
That one, yeah.
We lost 5-4.
Yeah, you're right.
I think I was speaking to Thaddeus. We were 4-0 up at one point.
I think so, yeah.
Or should have gone 4-0 up, or I can't remember who I was speaking to. And the Americans were really surprised, and actually we should have won it.
Yeah, that does just show you though, if we did play 5 hours, you never know.
We're such a small nation.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's
got some great
9 million, 30 million. The numbers vary in America. And we've got, according to Pickleball England, only sort of 15,000 registered players here. If you think of those numbers and the talent that is there.
Yeah, it does show you.
new, up and coming, inspiring others.
Yeah, we'll see.
You want to inspire?
I don't know. I think, I guess.
How can we inspire youngsters to get involved in this sport then?
I think more people playing and talking about it.
Yeah,
is probably like the most powerful thing. Like, I don't know. I think everyone's on social media at the moment, so that helps spreading the word on social media. But I think, having someone playing that looks like you.
But social media, so as I was saying, there's an aging demographic. So part of this podcast is to hopefully get a few older people to start looking at social media.
Yeah.
What's YouTube? What's TikTok? What is Instagram? What is some people still Facebook is their sort of biggest sort of social media bit. Mm-hmm. Youngsters are all across all of it. Yeah. And then you've got the little ones who are not supposed to be on social media yet.
Yeah, but they probably are.
They probably are, yeah.
So that's how we inspire them.
That's how we inspire them. So it's important to keep posting stuff.
I think we also need like more juniors. I know you get more juniors by having juniors, so that's difficult. But like tournaments and things, I know there's the category for the juniors in the Open and things, but there's not loads outside of bigger tournaments. So it's...
Your journey from tennis. So how did it start though? So how did you get involved like right at the beginning?
Yeah, I played junior tournaments.
But you just pick up a racket? Was mum and dad a tennis player?
Yeah, parents played.
Take you and say, come on, try this out. And you went, I like this.
Yeah, they played and I think I hit with my cousin on the wall all day and then got put into lessons and I played every sport. But
you see, every school has a sports hall. Most schools have a sports hall.
So
and you can
this
play.
Is perfect.
Pickleball is perfect for that.
It needs to be introduced to schools because it's like, the equipment you need is obviously paddles and a net, but space-wise, which is usually the hardest thing, everyone's got it. So, and kids can be able to play. Whereas I remember playing tennis in primary school and I could play. I had no one to play with because nobody else could hit the ball. No. Because it was just too difficult. We were playing just randomly in the playground, just hitting it to each other with no spacing, and it was just all over the place.
I think it's a great
Let's just
sport.
say I didn't learn tennis at school.
It's a great sport for mental health as well.
Yeah.
Because my son's best mate, he does after school clubs and all of that, and he saw one of the podcasts, and he's going to speak to Freddie Grattan at the UK Pickleball store.
Yeah.
I'll get them confused. I don't want to.
I think that's the one.
But because they do recycled paddles from balls, but he's going to do it in the summer, an after school club in the summer doing pickleball with the kids. Yeah,
I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah, and I know there's a girl that plays at our club and she does an after school club, and she said the kids just love it. And it's so easy, even if you just give them a ball and a paddle, just to stand there doing something like this. And,
exactly, yeah.
And you can play little games. And I know you probably did it in tennis. Was it fish, chips and ketchup or something? I think that's what Freddie said, fish, chips, ketchup, whatever. Yeah. Because I said, I saw a little drill on YouTube for pickleball, and the guy said, knock the ball on the ground and then do side and back and that, and then he just started going fish, chips, and ketchup, and I was going, "What's that?" He said, "That's what we were taught as kids." at tennis.
Yeah. But I think competition keeps kids in sport. I think because if you're just playing with no reason to play, it's a bit like, why am I playing? But I think if you've got tournaments and things to look forward to playing and you want to improve on last time and you learn to win, you learn to lose, I think that's probably what it needs.
Well, you learn more from losing, don't you? In life, it's true, though, isn't it? You do. You look back. If life is so easy, and if you don't have any adversity, you never get better at things, I think, anyway. It's not my opinion. I think you look at it and you go, oh, okay, I did get beat, but was it because I didn't execute well? Or were they better than me? I don't mind getting beaten if someone's better than me. I don't like losing. For me, a losing definition is like, you did play well, so you lost, whereas that person wasn't as good as you, but you
definitely learn more, yeah.
Yeah. And then that goes back to, well, what could I practice more?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to practice more drills. Your favourite.
Yeah.
So, well, look, I think we've covered most things. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
I have. No, thanks for having me.
Spread the word.
Absolutely.
Pickleball's the best.
Next time you ask me, maybe I'll say pickleball over tennis, but we'll see.
Well, you're gonna be in the PPL season 2, which we think starting in July. Yeah. You're gonna be at the Open?
Yes.
You're gonna be at the Nationals? Do Head sponsor the Nationals then?
We don't. Conversations aren't open about that yet, but we'll want to be involved. And we'll try and be involved with the Open as well. So.
Need more sponsors.
Yeah, true.
Katie, ever so much. Thank you.
Thank you
Nice
so
to meet
much.
you.
It's been good.
Cheers.